Hello, viewers. Thank you for joining us today on the Black Student Success Week with Blue podcast. I am your host, Michaela Prince, and I serve as the College Success Manager here at Blue. I want to go ahead and introduce our lovely guests. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know what university you're at. Let us know your major and your future career goals.
Okay, so hi, my name is Bernice White. A lot of people call me BJ. You know BJ as well. I attend California State University of San Bernardino. Go Yotes.
Yes.
My major is, well, let me rewind a little bit. I went to San Bernardino Valley College and got my associates in psychology. Came to Cal State, changed my major just a little bit to social work. So now I'm in my junior year of my bachelor program. And yes, I do plan on getting my master's program, and I do plan on getting a PhD a little after that master's program. I can take a little break. Yes. And then, yes.
I know that's right. Okay. And let us know a little bit about what you want to do with that degree.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I have my internship for next year is going to be at Etiwanda School District, Unified School District. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to, get acclimated with that and see if that's really where I want to go. I'm thinking about medical. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about the legal side. I'm thinking about a lot.
Yes.
I haven't pinpointed where I want to do yet.
Absolutely. And just know they say that the average person goes through about 3 careers, and know that the sky is the limit. You can do anything you put your mind to. And if you want to do all of those things, you absolutely can. So definitely explore all of your options.
Oh, I will.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, we're so happy to have you. For Black Student Success Week Blues podcast, our theme for today is endurance, right? And so that ending symbol is pronounced She-Wan She. So endurance. It has to do with resilience. It has to do with remaining strong despite our difficulties and the stress that may come with it. So I want to ask you, what does endurance mean to you?
To me, endurance means getting through whatever you need to get through, knowing that there's a bigger purpose at the end of everything. So like that pot of gold at the end of that rainbow is there. No matter what you go through, breakup, family problems, if you keep in mind like, okay, I'm going to be something, and I'm going to be something big, and I need to be something big, nothing's going to stop me.
Yeah, so almost like tunnel vision. But regardless, even with tunnel vision, we have things that come within the pathway, right? Absolutely. Thank you. In a world that celebrates hustle culture, we hear so much about hustle culture, getting it out the mud. How true is it that endurance is different from being busy or being burnt out?
I think when you true endurance, like I said before, like you have a purpose. You have a purpose, and there's something that you're working towards. Hustle culture is good, but hustle culture is quick. Everything quick ain't good. So endurance is like, it might be long. It might take you 3, 4, 10 years to get your degree or wherever you want to be, but like, I'm going to be something. I need to be something. I'm going to get that.
Yes. They say, it's a marathon, right?
Yes.
It's not a race. You got to take your
It's
time.
a marathon.
You're going to be running fast. Sometimes you got to pace yourself. You might jog a little bit. You might walk. You might stop and get some water.
Yes.
You might talk to somebody and bring them along the way.
Yes. The childhood books with the tortoise, and that tortoise was going slow, but he made it.
Absolutely.
And what was the other animal? I can't remember.
It was the hare and the tortoise.
Yeah.
the
tortoise
and the hare.
And the tortoise
made
it out.
Absolutely.
He was going so slow.
Took his time. But he
Like
had something to focus on.
Yes.
Yes. Slow and steady wins the race.
Always does.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do you believe resilience is something that we're essentially born with, or is it a muscle that we eventually have to create, or a skill set that we eventually have to develop?
I think it can be both. I think some people are born with resilience and others have to build up their resilience. However, being Black, as we know, I think, especially being a Black woman, like you have to learn how to be resilient. Like we face so many different things for so long, and continuing that, it's going to build. You're going to learn that skill. You have to grasp that skill. If you don't, it's going to break you down. So
thank you. All right, describe this moment to me. So it's 3 a.m. and often this 3 a.m. moment is known to be something where we kind of, I don't know if you've ever experienced a 3 a.m. moment. I have, where you just wake up and you're kind of stressed about what's to come and the shortcomings and all the things and all the thoughts are piling up. Describe a time where you've had that moment and you were able to still endure and push through.
I'm going to say my moment for me wasn't a 3 a.m. moment. Mine was like a 3-year moment, because after the pandemic, I don't know what it was. It was my first year of college. I was at Valley, and pandemic hit my second semester. So after that, it was really hard for me to stay focused and try to grasp on what what am I doing with my life? What I want to do, you know? Because at that time, I was outside. So I'm like, how can I can't be outside forever. And I need to, like, I want things. You know, I want a big house. I want this. And the only path for me was college. Mm-hmm. So one day after the pandemic, I just told my mom, I'm like, I'm not going to go back to work. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to take 6 months off. I've only had a few courses left. I'm going to take this time, pay attention to school, and just ground myself and focus. And that is what I did. I did that, and I finished in a semester, transferred to Cal State, got accepted. Didn't think I was going to get accepted, actually. And I got accepted. And ever since then, I've been all gas, no brakes.
Ooh, all gas, no brakes. Yes. And I want us to pause for a quick moment, and we got to share with the viewers just our experience and our rapport that we've been able to build, right? You being a college success advisor here at Blue, and us really essentially finding you in the moment of that transition back to school, and how you've been with us. So if you can share a bit about your journey of how you stumbled upon Blue and how you have been encouraged and inspired along the journey, not only here by staff, but also by students to continue to endure.
Yes, actually, I love talking about this because Blue actually changed my life in a different way I didn't expect. So when I came, my first event was Black Girl Art Show. It was Black Girl Art Show. Alani asked me if I wanted to be a chaperone, and I was not doing nothing. At first, I was like, no, I don't want to be a chaperone. But then I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. Like, let me just go. Let me hang out. Actually, it was like, let me hang out with my cousin. That's really what it was. So I came and I loved it. I'm like, I love this. Like, I just felt so at home. Blue was such like family oriented, and you feel the family. So I asked her, like, are you guys hiring? And she was like, I'll let you know once the application system's open. Once it opened, she let me know. I think I emailed you and let you know. And this was my first job after like taking that 6 months off of work, and I've been here ever since. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's definitely, you built some endurance throughout not only going back to school, but also your professional experience, essentially. Yes. So that leading into you wanted to do social work is incredible. And we're so grateful to have you. Yes. Thank you. All right. So how do you maintain endurance while you're also practicing rest as a form of resistance? Often we push ourselves sometimes to the limit of stress, to the limit of exhaustion. When you're maintaining endurance, but also finding time for rest, how do you find that healthy balance?
I really give myself grace. I try my hardest not to stress myself out. If it's something at school that I don't know, I don't know. If it's an exam coming and I'm like, if I don't know the material, I can't stress about it. And especially if I prepare myself up until that point and I feel like I'm still a little iffy about some things, that's that. Mm-hmm. I give myself grace. And then I also I'm very humble when I say this. So there's a lot of young people my age that are not where I'm at and doing the things that I'm doing. So I think of that and I'm like, you're doing very well for yourself at the age of 25. Mm-hmm. So that's part of having grace. Like, you're doing well. Like, you don't need a mansion by tomorrow. I mean, maybe you do, but you can't get that mansion by tomorrow, and it's okay. You're gonna get that mansion.
You know, I love a mansion.
I know, but you're gonna get it.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. Yes, you will get it. And absolutely, I think you say something important when you point out that really comparison is the thief of joy. Essentially, like, it's okay to take your time. You're doing great for your age. You're doing great for the pace that you are supposed to be on. And you're enduring what you can, while you can, when you can, so that way you can have the dreams that you so wish to have. So what role does your community play in your endurance? Is it easier to remain strong, or do you feel like having community helps you to not do it alone?
It does make it easier, because not saying that you need people, no, you do need support. Not saying that you need anybody's approval of anything, but when you know you have a community behind you that just wants the best for you, no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes, it's like, okay, I feel like I'm Batman, like I'm on top of the world. Like, I believe in myself, my people believe in me. Like, how can I not succeed, and how can I not prosper when I have all these strong people behind me? And it's love. Love is always at the center of everything. Even like with my job, my classmates, my friends, my family, it's like they just want the best for me, and I can tell they want the best for me because how they support me. Yeah, maybe tough love sometimes, but everything again, love is at the center.
Yeah, and in community, like showing up for one another, right, indicates love, it indicates endurance, it indicates unity. So it's absolutely important. Absolutely. Thank you. If you could go back to your freshman self, right, so thinking back to that time where you were at San Bernardino Valley College, you mentioned, right, if you could think back to that time and the hardest week that you've had to endure, what advice would you give to yourself?
I would tell 19-year-old Bernice, because that's how old I was. I would tell her it's okay that you don't have it all figured out. You're gonna get it. It's gonna figure itself out, and God has you. And in a few years, you're gonna be proud of this moment. Yeah, you maybe took a year or two off school. You wasn't really paying attention. You weren't really focused. However, this is building you to be a better person. And when you look back at 25, you're gonna be like, dang, 19-year-old Bernice, you have a lot to look forward to.
Yes, and you're proud right now.
And I'm very proud, actually. Yeah. In the moment, you're always like, oh, I could do better. And sometimes when I was 20, 21, I see my friends graduate, I'm like, dang, like, what am I doing? Like, what are you doing? You're sitting at home watching life pass you by. Like, for real. But then, like, I got it together. God literally, like, snatched me up. Like, okay, get up. So I got up and again. Yeah. I've been up ever since.
Yeah. Something that you mentioned about even looking back at 19-year-old Bernice and looking now and saying, see the things that you were hoping for, look back on them and be proud of the moment now. Oftentimes we when we are enduring, we find ourselves being in a fuss or being upset about what we're currently dealing with. But the things that we're praying for today and the things we're hoping for today, when they come tomorrow or they come in the future, you can look back and say, wow, like I really did that. All right, when is it okay to actually stop enduring and to pivot? To take a second to say, you know what? I actually don't have to deal with this, and I need to pivot so that way it is healthy. I think you touched a little bit on that, but when is this okay?
When you're putting more into that, whatever that thing may be, more than yourself, and you're losing yourself. I mean, because everyone does it. We love others maybe more than we love ourselves, or take care of others more than we take care of ourselves. But if you lose like that sense of yourself, like and you're lost, you don't know what you're doing anymore. I don't have fun doing this. I don't have fun doing that.
Can you recount for us a time where you look back and you can say this was a very difficult moment in life, and I have endured, and now I can see the sunshine on the other side?
Yes. Going back to my time at Valley when I was 19, in that period where I'm just everywhere. Mentally, physically, everywhere, just everywhere. So I got around the wrong group of friends, wrong group of people, got in a little trouble here and there. And again, it was another moment where God had to snatch me up and say, this is what you want to do, this is where your life is going to go. And if you don't get it together, it ain't going to be together. So that's my moment.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing this. All right, Bernice. So before we get into the closing of our segment, we do have a game for you. Do you like a game? Yeah. We're going to play a game of this or that, okay?
Oh, my goodness.
All right. So community accountability or community support?
I would say community support because I'm already hard on myself. I'm an overthinker. I'm anxious like crazy. So like 9 times out of 10, I know what I have to fix, but I have a great grasp of what I need to work on. So community support is more what I need because I'm already beating myself down. So the support is just more uplifting than the
nice. You mentioned that you went to San Bernardino Valley College, but you're also currently at State San Bernardino. So I know there's been some time, and you said that you reflect back on 19-year-old Bernice versus now. But endurance at the time at Valley or endurance at the time at State San Bernardino, and why?
Endurance at the time at San Bernardino Valley, because if I didn't endure that, I probably wouldn't be here. Honestly, like if I didn't go through what I went through and had to, I probably would have been here.
That was like the precursor for you to be strong enough and push through to propel and be the student that you are today. Yeah. All right. Building new traditions or honoring existing ones?
Building new ones. Only because everything is changing around us. From technology to kids, how they think, everything is changing. So I do want to hold on to old traditions, but also what new can we do? You know what I'm saying? Like what can we bring out that's new? So I think I'll say new traditions.
Nice. I hear you. I hear you on that too, because it's like we honor our traditions, we honor our ancestors, we honor our history, but also how can we continue to build up communities by being forward thinking and enduring.
And then also add maybe the traditions that we make are now the new grounding traditions. I would say
the new history, the newfound appreciation for our elders, for our history, for our lineage.
And it's the Black American history. I don't want to think about 400 years or losing it. Mm-hmm. I want to think about 2026 when these Black people did whatever it is that they did. So
yeah, breaking down barriers and breaking generational curses, and creating new traditions that withstand time, that are positive. And speaking on the Black Student Success podcast that we're on today, even celebrating the success, celebrating the positivity that we know that our students, our community, our people are doing, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right, before we end, I want you to go ahead and let our listeners know one last thing that you want to leave them with about endurance. One last thing, and I'll give you a second.
Everything happens for a reason. That's what I'm going to say. I am so big on that quote. Everything happens for a reason. Again, like you asked me earlier the question, endurance, I value your endurance like calcium. I said value because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be here. So everything happens for a reason. God's not putting you in a position or a situation that he thinks you cannot get out of. Mm-hmm. If he didn't think or know that you couldn't prosper where you're at, he wouldn't put you there because he already knows, like, I know what my child could do. I know what this child could do that this child can't do. Mm-hmm. So everything happens for a reason. And you are where you're supposed to be. Yeah. That's what I want the viewers and everyone out there watching me.
That's a word. Yes. That's a word. Well, thank you so much, Bernice. It has been a pleasure to host you today on the Black Student Success Week podcast with Blue. We are so grateful for all that you have done here for the students, for the community. We're so excited and elated about the work that you have coming in social work, and we cannot wait to reach back and say, Bernice, come out and share and continue to share about the services you're providing to the community. Absolutely. And I just want you to always remember that together we can, in fact, endure. And remember, endure in the Ndinkra is Shay Wan Shay.
Shay Wan Shay, everybody.
Shay Wan Shay. All right. Thank you so much, Bernice.
Of course, thank you.